you're like me, then questions like why did I get so angry? Or what is it that makes me so happy? Or why did the person behave like that in such a small normal condition? These questions are often related to a person's behavior and mental processes. And if these questions intrigue you, then most probably you are looking for answers in the subject of psychology. Psychology as a subject makes you understand as to why people behave in the manner that they do. It also helps you in knowing yourself better. If you are interested in getting the answers to these questions, then this video is just for you. Welcome to Edu Classes, and this is Neetu. In today's video, we'll be talking about 4 things. First, what is psychology? Second, brief history of psychology over the years. Third, psychology in modern India. And fourth, towards the end of the video, we'll give an interesting psychological fact about love. The first question we'll be catering for today is, what is psychology? The term psychology is derived from 2 Greek words. First is psyche and the second is logos. Therefore, psychology is defined as the study of soul. Since then, psychology has moved away from this focus and has established itself as a scientific discipline of study. Therefore, a more modern definition of psychology would be that psychology is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. Behavior includes the outward reactions of a person, like talking, facial expressions, whereas the mental processes includes the inert processes of the person. For example, thinking about a process will be a mental process. Every scientific study has their own goals. For example, the goal of physics is to know about the physical world. Therefore, in the same manner, psychology also has its own goals, and the 4 goals of psychology are description, explanation, prediction, and control. The first goal of psychology is description. In description, we see as to what is happening. So, description will include observing as to what behavior is happening and then noting everything about it. We will look at who is carrying out the behavior, what is happening in the behavior, at what time did it happen. This leads us to the second goal of psychology, which is explanation. In explanation, we see as to the behavior which was happening has what reasons. So, whatever behavior was happening in the description, we try to find out the reasons for that behavior as to why the person is indulging into those behaviors. The third goal of psychology is prediction. Defining or determining as to what will happen in the future is often called as prediction. So, depending on what behavior the person is carrying out in description, explanation, we predict as to if this behavior continues as to how the person will behave in the future. The fourth goal of psychology is control. Under this goal, psychologists or people involved in psychology aim to modify or change that undesirable behavior into a desirable behavior. We will now look at the history of psychology. Psychology as a subject is only 125 years old and is therefore a relatively newer field in comparison to other disciplines. Psychology has derived from the subject of philosophy over the years. It was Wilhelm Wundt who opened the first psychological experimental laboratory in Leipzig, Germany in 1879. In his lab, Wilhelm Wundt focused on objective introspection, which is the process of examining and measuring one's own thoughts and one's own mental processes. This attention to objectivity, together with the fact that he opened the first experimental laboratory in Leipzig, Germany, is what gained him the title of Father of Psychology. The next topic for today's video is how has psychology evolved over the years in India. We will now look at some of the early important events that made sure that psychology had its place in India in the early days. Psychology in India was first introduced at the University of Calcutta. Sir Brajendranath was the first one to draw the syllabus for experimental psychology in the year 1905. The first department of psychology in India was formally started in 1916 and Dr. N.N. Sengupta, trained at Harvard, was its first chairperson. Indian Psychoanalytic Society was founded in 1922. In 1947, the Indian Psychoanalytic Society started publishing its journal known as Samiksha. Dhirendra Shekhar Bose was also the first person in India to be awarded a PhD degree in the subject of psychology for his work on repression. In the year 1925, the Indian Psychological Association, that is IPA, was founded and it started publishing its journal. The institute known as NIMHANS, that is National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience, was established and founded in the year 1955 in Bangalore. The Indian Association of Clinical Psychologists was founded in the year 1968. In 1989, the National Academy of Psychology was established. This brings us to the last segment of our video, that is one psychological interesting fact about the concept of love. A psychological study conducted on the concept of love shows that it only takes 4 minutes for a person to fall in love. With this, we come to the end of this video. We hope that you liked the content that we shared. If you did, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, let us know as to which topics will you like us to cover in the future upcoming videos. Till then, stay happy, stay subscribed. Thank you.